The first two sections of the first floor, B and D. What? My friend! My friend! B was an orange. Orange is like close to red, and that's rage. And it's a fire burning inside me. Let's start with Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim because I'm about to say some of the most vile and offensive shit known to man. Okay. Last week, I had some business to tend to. So I went to this very large mall, which when a mall gets very large, it's called a Megamall, to have a Google Meet with someone about some business, some personal business. After having the meet, I hung out in the mall with some friends for a while. And then the crisis started. The large and deliberately planned crisis that I will get to. But I need to start in the beginning, as I was driving to the mall. When I was driving to the mall, when I park, I make sure to remember a landmark right as I exit the parking. Landmark right as I exit the parking. Why? So that I can go back to the same exact landmark, go retrace my steps, get to my car. Nice and simple, right? So what's the landmark I chose? Well, the big green and white goofy store that was right in front of my face the second I entered the mall, which was Lao Lao or Yao Yao or Yao Liao. Up to you. Up to interpretation. Okay? So far, so good. So I do my business. I go to the arcade. Stuff happens. And then it's time to go. So now it's time to look for Yao Yao. Lao Lao. I'm going to call it Lao Lao. It's time to look for Lao Lao. Alright? So I start looking for Lao Lao. I find the first person who works in a store. I'm like, yo, big man, big G, my homie, my brother, sister. Do you know where Lao Lao, Liao Liao, Meow Meow is? They say, yes, we know where Meow Meow is. Meow Meow was on the top floor. They sent me to the top floor. This mall had 2 Meow Meows. 2 Meow Meows. 5 minutes of walking, wasted. Okay, it's fine, it's fine. I'm a patient man. I have a lot of patience. Okay, Inna Allah ma'as sabirin. Okay, so I do not despair, and I'm like, okay, this floor is too high. I am not this high. I was not this high when I came in. I must go down. So I go down again, find a different person. What is Meow Meow? I ask this person, and he's like, oh, Meow Meow. No, it's not upstairs. Find the other one, the other Meow Meow. Of course, there was no rage in my voice. I'm an extremely calm person. So he's like, oh, actually, yeah, there is a Meow Meow there. I go to that Meow Meow, and there were 3 Meow Meows. There were 3 Meow Meows. One on the top floor, one that closed and relocated but didn't think to remove the sign, and the Meow Meow I saw. The Meow Meow I saw. Why does one mall have 3 Meow Meows? Anyways, I did not know this at the time. And it looked the same as the Meow Meow from earlier because they did not think to change the layout when they moved the Meow Meow. So I went and retraced my steps. And I still remember. It was either P1 or P2, but it was C17. 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 C28. Actually, 27. C27. C27. Okay. At that time, I remember very clearly. I had it in my head because I had places to be and business to tend to outside of this garbage as mall designed by autistic members of society. So I go down. I'm like, oh damn, is it P1 or P2? I go, I think, you know what? I'm always on top. Number 1. Let's get this right big. I go into number 1. And I was really confident it was the exact same place. I mean, it's all B. It's all B. And it's orange. And I don't like the color orange. C was a nice, calm purple. B was an orange. Orange is like close to red, and that's rage. And it's a fire burning inside me. Start walking around, doing my laps, getting my steps with a heavy bag on my back that had my laptop and my books and my whatnot that I had to use. And I start sweating because I'm walking around in this car park looking for C. C does not exist. C does not exist.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
I get so sweaty. I just find the first exit I can, which by the way was a security exit, and there was an Indian security guy smoking a nice fat blunt outside. Pass by this man, walk inside, aircon, finally. And I see a liao liao in the distance. Meow meow in the distance. I'm like, okay, that's the meow meow, right? Maybe it was the second floor. I go down to the second floor. This was, by the way, the wrong meow meow. The meow meow that moved was this one. I don't know why there are 3 meow meows, but anyways. So I go down 2 floors. The happiness inside me when I saw C on those pillars, my friend, I was satisfied. Life was complete. And then it was 37. It was 37. No, 40 something. It was 40 something. I remember. It was 40 something. I teleported. It teleported to 40 something. So I start walking and I'm like tracing my steps back. When I go in this direction, right there, it goes from 47 to 46 to 45, minus 1, minus 1, minus 1. So if I walk long enough, I was ready to walk my 2K steps to my car. I was ready. I get to 41. I get to 41. Sorry, I get to 40. And then the C turns to A. My friend, the math is not adding up. Apparently, there is minus 1s, there is minus 10s. Okay, makes perfect sense. Makes perfect sense. Okay, I'm not gonna fight. Okay, I start walking this way. The minusing in the 10s. I minus the first 10. Now I'm in the 30s. But somehow it resets because the 40s are here. But when you go to the 30s, it's not the 30s that are here, it's the 39s. And then you must walk. Why? Why are the... I walk. I'm walking here. And then I get to the end of the 30s, the place where there should be the 20s. And it's just a nice big brick wall blocking me from my dreams and my aspirations and my vision and my passion and everything I needed in life at that point. Defeated, disappointed, and with a heavy heart and a lot of sweat, I went back inside the mall. 3rd time's the charm, baby. That's what I thought. Went back inside the mall, found a different liao liao. I think it was a different meow meow. Liao meow. Not sure. Found it. Went back 2 floors. Went 2 floors down. Kept walking. And I happened to spot a layout of the parkings. So on floor 1, the parkings are split in half, right? Okay, sure. In half. 2 sections. What should we call the 2 sections on the first floor? A and B? No, we're autistic, stupid, retarded engineers that graduated from online school and have about 6 seconds of actual work experience. Let's call the first 2 floors B and D. The first 2 sections of the first floor, B and D. What? My friend! A and C are the second floor. Why? At least like A and B for the first and C and D for the second? Or like, sure, you want to go the other way around, A and B for the bottom and C and D for the first? Why, my friend? It's okay. Being a man of extreme passion, I went and I started walking. And I didn't even know where I was at this point. I was just sweaty and exhausted. And I had been walking for about 35 minutes. And when I started walking, I had 6K steps. And at this point, I checked my phone. It was 11.5K because I'm a speed walker. I don't waste time. I'm patient, but that doesn't mean I waste time. Let that be a lesson to you. Okay? That's your benefit from this episode. So I start walking. And I'm walking around. And it keeps getting worse. And I keep going in between A's and B's and C's and D's. And I feel like... you know those movies where you see the child with autism and he looks at a word and it just floats around into all the letters? That's how it felt. That is exactly how it felt. I was looking at letters and numbers and I did not know up from down, from left from right. And I just put my faith in God. My My faith tripled, quadrupled, my friend. That day made me a believer. That day made me a believer. God exists, my friend. Because the second I started praying, I saw that 17. That golden 17, maybe. And then all I had to do was walk a couple laps to find the 20s. Because they be structured somehow. And I find my car, and I almost got on my knees and prayed right then and there. I got my car, I cranked the AC up to max, and I looked at the time, and I've been walking for 40 minutes at this point, 6K steps. I was exhausted mentally, physically, and I decided, you know what? I'm gonna go ice skate. That's another episode. You want the ice skating episode? Part 2? Part 2.